Welcome to Just Asia, AHRC TV's weekly human rights program. These are the headlines. Thai decision to detain Hong Kong activist. No pressure from China. Disappearances and killings ongoing in Balochistan against economic corridor. Nepali farmers protest against pollution from alcohol production. Freedom of expression restricted in Indonesia. Urgent appeals from Thailand and Pakistan. Welcome to AHRC TV's Just Asia. I am April. Thai Police Deputy Commander deems Hong Kong student activist Joshua Wong a threat to Thailand's national security, who should not be allowed to enter the country. After Joshua was detained at the Bangkok airport and barred from entering the country, Deputy Police Commissioner General Siriwara Rangsit Pramanakul said that his detention was purely a judgment of Thailand's immigration office, with no pressure from any other country. According to Siriwara, the 19-year-old activist, a key leader of Hong Kong's umbrella movement and Secretary General of the Democratic Party, might incite conflict within the country and can be deemed a threat to Thailand's national security. The Deputy Commissioner further stated that it is Thailand's sovereign decision to allow any individual to enter the country or not, and there is no pressure from any foreign country. This contradicts previous reports that Thai authorities detained the activist and sent him back to Hong Kong at the request of Chinese government. Wong was invited to the Faculty of Political Science, Chulalongkorn University, to give a talk on politics of the new generation at an event commemorating the 40th anniversary of the October 6 massacre of over 100 pro-democracy students and bystanders at Thammasat University in 1976 by military and paramilitary forces. Even though Wong was barred from entering Thailand, he managed to give his speech through a Skype call. According to Thai newspaper Matichon Online, Siriwara also said that police investigated Wong's speech and found nothing breaching the law. Rights groups condemned the decision to deny Joshua Wong entry into Thailand, which indicates the government's willingness to suppress freedom of expression and raises serious concerns about how China is using its influence over Thai authorities. Moving to Pakistan, disappearances and extrajudicial killings of youth in Balochistan province for opposing the China-Pakistan economic corridor are ongoing. The corridor is a huge highway being constructed by China with an investment of Rs 47 billion. The ages of the disappeared and dead range from 16 to 22 years, including 2 student leaders and 1 footballer, who is accused of gathering crowds through football matches. The Balochistan government has claimed that the month of July alone, security forces arrested 13,575, killed 375 during 2,825 military operations in Balochistan under the National Action Plan. No details of the killed or arrested persons have been made public, however. On October 5th, Pakistani state forces attacked the town of Kolwa in Makran and arrested several civilians who were taken away to undisclosed locations. The soldiers torched homes after beating up the residents and dragged them into the streets. According to eyewitnesses, student leader Hassel was arrested from his residence during the raid and shot dead on the street to send the message that no resistance against CPEC will be tolerated. One day earlier, on October 4th, 22-year-old Shabir Baloch was abducted by security forces in a Bangkok military operation. Initial reports said 9 persons were abducted during the day-long operation. Earlier, on September 30th, 16-year-old Majid Rashid was arrested while traveling back from a football match to Gomasi Cage district. Since then, his whereabouts are unknown. The football team was instructed by persons in plain clothes not to play football, as crowds are gathered, resulting in chains against the government and CPEC. Next, Nepali farmers of Naraparasi district are protesting the local alcohol production by Indira Sugars and Agro Industries. The company used to produce sugar initially, but when it started producing alcohol, the local environment started degrading. The quality of air and water have been affected by the chemicals used, affecting farmers' health as well as thousands of acres of paddy, sugar cane, and bananas farmland. Children and elderly started showing different skin diseases after using water from the local water sources. A scuffle between the farmers and the company workers resulted in 3 workers sustaining injuries, as well as many locals. The farmers have formed a struggle committee to fight against this environmental pollution and illegal production of alcohol, which is going on under the direct protection of local leaders. Indonesia continues to face violations of the right to peaceful assembly and freedom of opinion, which largely go unpunished. This occurs particularly in the case of anything related to communism, with security forces frequently dispersed movie screenings and discussions about the 1965 to 1966 massacre and Marxism. Most recently, the security forces dispersed a peaceful public discussion organized by the Association of Indonesian Students Press on September 29th. The topic of discussion was Marxism and the 1965 to 1966 massacre. The security forces, along with vigilant groups, forcibly dispersed the discussion and intimidated the participants and resource persons. The security forces, in particular the police, failed to perform their duty to protect the right to freedom of peaceful assembly and right to freedom of opinion of those gathered for a peaceful public discussion in Alba Cafe, Malang, East Java Province. 18 years of political reform since Suharto stepped down in 1998 has resulted in nothing for Indonesian transitional justice. While Political, Legal and Security Affairs Minister Wiranto, who has been linked to a number of rights abuse cases, has stated that the government is willing to resolve cases of past human rights abuses. More than 2 years under President Joko Widodo has seen no concrete action taken. On the contrary, many public campaigns conducted by civil society groups as well as victims' community are accused as neo-communism and part of promoting communism ideology. Security forces along with vigilant groups forcibly disperse and attack such campaigns. Finally, the Urgent Appeals Weekly features 2 cases from Thailand and Pakistan. In Thailand, the Ratchaburi Provincial Court scheduled a conciliation hearing for 4 activists and 1 journalist, indicted for distributing stickers against the Constitution. The defendants denied all charges and intend to defend the case. The court will proceed to a witness and evidence deposition on 17 October 2016. In Pakistan, an alliance of youth, the International Youth and Workers Movement, has been initiated at the country level. The alliance demands the restoration of student unions, which have been banned since 1985, to eliminate violence and provide space for healthy activities at educational institutions. That is all for this episode of Just Asia. For more on this and other issues, please visit www.humanrights.asia or www.alrc.asia/justasia. Thank you for watching and see you next week.